Welcome to Backyard Astronomy. Welcome to Dreamworld Observatory. Today we're going to talk about quick focus. Come back, this could be interesting. Okay, so let's talk about quick focus. Now, the reason we're talking about quick focus is, you remember we were doing a series called Setup for Deep Sky Imaging. Well, this is one of those steps in there. I believe it was step number 4. And I think the gist of it was to focus on a star in the very vicinity of the object that you're going to photograph. And if you move to the other area of the sky across, say you were doing in the west and you decide to move to the east to film something over there, you might want to check your focus again. Okay, a lot of people do a lot of things with focus. This one here I'm talking about is a thing called quick focus. Now I'll tell you a little bit about that in just a second. People use the knobs on their telescopes to focus with, and they've done a pretty good job over the years. Now today they have a thing called electronic focus. It's a stepping motor built in it, and it does something like 10,000 steps or something like that. I don't really know. I don't have one, and I probably won't never get one because they're outside my league. But they're very good and very sharp. But you can get a very good and sharp focus if you just take a little time. Now, I don't mean nothing like an hour. I'm talking about this is a very quick focus, and it really does a good job. The thing that we're going to use is something called a batten-off mask. Now, I showed you a Hoffman mask that I made before, and it had 3 holes in it, and you brought it to a focus and to one circle. That's pretty good. For a lot of years, that's exactly what I used. And up until I started using them, I didn't do anything. It was just focus the knob and eyeball it, and that was about it. So when I made that thing, I thought I was playing in the big league. Well, today they got a new one, and it's called a batten-off mask. Now, I bought this. I thought I got it from Amazon, but I think I might have gotten it from Orion. You may want to try it. Orion has a bunch of, to fit almost any scope. This one here actually fits my SCT, which is a 10-inch. If you have a 80 or you have a 107 or 102 or something like that, you'll have to get one. They'll be small and then go on it, but it'll fit your scope. Now, these are real easy to use, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do tonight. We're going to do a focus on this. Now, before we go and do this and put it on the telescope, let's talk about this for just a minute. When you go out to do the focus, and you're going to do objects, say we're in the south, and we've got an object there, and we want to focus on it. Swing your telescope around there to where the object is, but go to a star close by and focus on the star. Even if you were shooting a planet, you don't want to bring the focus, your first focus, on the planet. You want to focus on a star nearby, and then do a fine focus at the planet. Or even if you were doing deep sky object, do the same thing. Focus on a star in that area, and then move to your object. And if you need to do fine focus, that's well. But we'll look at that a little bit later when we get into to doing this about fine focus, and we can do a fine focus in a program. I'll show you where you get that from. The quick focus is a very fast way to get yourself focused and actually do a very good job. So let's go out to the scope and put this on, and let's get ready and see if we can find something to focus on. Okay, here we are in Sequence Generator Pro. We're going to try this in here. Now I've already put the batten-off mask on there. What you're seeing here on the screen is a star that's completely out of focus. Now you see these bars. There's 2 bars right here, and then there's one in the middle. Now that one in the middle is what you need to watch. You want to get it right smack dab right in the middle of everything. And we'll see how that's going to work out. Now I've got it on, it's doing 1-second recordings and it's looping, so we'll see what it does I'm going to turn it on a little bit and let it go and let you see if it moves. See, it's starting to move. Then we'll go a little bit more. Now there are other ways to do focusing, but this right here is you need to find a bright star, not no little bitty one, because when you put that Bahtinov mass on there, you'll find it is hard to do anything but a star that's dim. You need to get a bright one, and you'll need to find one close in the area of where you're going to be photographing your object. In other words, if you're photographing in the west, then you need to get one in the west. Now, you see we're getting a little bit close to the middle there. I might have to reduce the brightness down just a little bit. Let's stop that and reduce this. See if it'll let me go 0.5. Yeah, it does a little better. Alright, we're getting very, very close. Alright, that is looking pretty doggone good there. The reason I say this star here is really saturating over here. Where you see these little pinpoints right here, they look pretty good. I'm going to, I think I'll bump that one more time and see what I get. Think I got it a little bit better. I tell you, that's looking pretty doggone good right there. I think I actually went a little bit too far, if you want to know the truth. There you go. Now, what'll be? Oh, it just updated. All right, I'm gonna let it update one more time because I just bumped it. Let's see what it goes. All right, while that's doing that, I'm going to go take that off and let's see what the star looks like. Okay, let's stop this and all right, there's our star. See, now that's a big one. Now there's a bunch of little ones in here. This is overpowering here. We can't really see them right now, but I saw a star right there, and that's how you would do that. Now I'll go put this back on there if you want to see it pop back in. And we'll call that quits. Let me stick this on, and a little bit dark in here. Now I may not get in the exact same positions I did a while ago, but it won't matter really. Alright, let's do another capture, see what it looks like. There you go. Now, I'm going to take that stretch off. See that? That's our star. Now, I'm looking now. Don't worry about the blob. I'm worrying about the little bars right there. But I put that back on the stretch. We can actually see what we see a little bit. There you go. There's our bars. All right. So, we'll kind of call that it for now, and just remember that I believe this was number 4 on our list, and the part that you're going to do is exactly what you just saw. I'd already moved the scope into position, found me a star and put the Bahtinov mass on it, and you'll need a bright one, like I said, or it won't show up like this. Picking one of these little boogers right here won't do it. You have to have something really bright. Okay, we'll call that it for there. Okay, So to recap that, like I said, move your star on number 4. It's all. That's not the time to set that up. You need to have that already installed and everything's ready to go. When you're going to go out, you're going to set up everything just like you did before. When you get to number 4, on number 4, you're going to do frame and focus. Now remember, what you want to do is you want to find a star in the same side of the sky, pretty close to what you're going to photograph. And like I said, you need to get a bright one and put that batting off mask on there and get you where you see them bars, and then work your focus until you get it. Now once you do that, it's pretty doggone good. In fact, that's what I've been shooting my stuff with. There's a thing called a fine focus. I don't really use that. I haven't really had to. It's been pretty good. Okay, so we're going to call that quits for that, and we're going to wrap this up. And if you like what you saw, click like, and if you haven't subscribed before, go ahead and subscribe and ring that little bell. That way you'll get a notification every time we post a new video, and we're trying to do them pretty regular. As long as the weather lets us shoot, we'll do something. Okay, so all I can say is go out with your scope, take that little list and try it out. Clear skies.